they cheat on miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On the hard thing, out of Alabama, you can add next say.
Now our feature presentation.
Yo, I done met a lot of niggas in my lifetime. You can't keep it real with everybody, my nigga. Everybody ain't solid, everybody ain't 100. For real. Stick to your motherfucking self. These niggas ain't what they say they is. Know that? Look. I do this shit for my brother and everybody that done died for us. Niggas saying they gon' ride, when the time came, they ain't ride for us. Hitting licks on some hot shit with the same click, you a 5 buzz. Niggas switched up like a bitch, so they'll die for you, but they lied to us. Make room for the real, all that other shit ain't got time for it. Mama still paying bills, till I get a meal, I'ma grind for it. Record labels all fake and gay, I won't sell my soul, I won't sign for it. Really cut from a different cloth, and new niggas only piss me off. Come around like they really down, but they only round if they mooching off it. Niggas pussy beat the coochie off it. Listen up when the truth is talking. Real niggas got morals, and the lame niggas don't hate. Rob, who take what? Bitch, I'm riding around with that cake. Riding around with that long K. Fuck a Draco, yeah, it's wartime. We ain't doing no drive-bys. If you try mine, we knocking doors down. I ain't saying I'm the biggest nothing, but if we got a problem, I'ma handle that. Loud talk gon' get crunny smacked. Turn this fat ass to a punching bag. Niggas saying it's on go when they see a nigga. Well, bitch, I'm a lunching pad. Hot shit for you fuck niggas. All love for the real niggas. Even if a nigga went blind and got paralyzed, I wouldn't feel niggas. See the pain in my city eyes that they traumatized and they still getting it. Forever smoke on Mac bands, long live smoking bean. But most of all, the one that hurt the most, goddamn nigga took the king. Wake me up, I know it's all a dream, but this real life and I'm stating facts. If I said it, nigga, then I meant it, nigga. If it's out my mouth, I won't take it back. Rap niggas know what's going on. I'm the hottest shit since Tupac. I meant Tupac and I'm too hot. Nigga, you not, I'm a fuse box. Yeah, nigga, I control shit. Y'all ain't better than my old shit. Tell them folks on no shit, on oh shit, this bullshit. I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater and they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down with them niggas sour, cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss. I'm only here to get it real. If I ain't done it, I ain't speaking on it. Wake 'em up, cause it's real. You can't learn shit cause you sleeping on me. Old homie tried to steal from me. The same one that said he killed for me. I never trust another soul going down that road, I be done killed something. Taking food out my kids' mouth will be the quickest way I catch a bid for something. Understand you gotta live for something, or you gon' die trying to live for nothing. Every dollar ain't meant to be chased, my nigga. Be patient, it's really coming. You don't work, you don't eat. I'm grinding hard, losing sleep. I'm taking drugs to take the pain away, but somehow this shit getting weak. And the fact that niggas so quick to try you in these streets and think it's shit sweet. Niggas fags, they gon' fleet. In the meantime, I found my own grind, I got my own shine, and I spend my money on my own time. Bitch, I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. Your closest homie can be your biggest hater, they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down with them niggas sour, cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss.
Man, what's the word, y'all? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hey, this your boy, the Alabama Hitter, and you are now tuned in to Hit Squad TV. You know what I'm saying? Home non-biased content. We finna run it, man. We finna run it. Salute to everybody in the building early. And to my dog Bottle Rise, nah, man, I have not heard that Kenny Money yet. But that's what I'm probably gonna jam some of that Kenny Money after we hop off live stream, if it's at a decent time. Cause we got a few things to go over, man. Heard what's going on with you, man? So lovely. Salute to you. Man, Nikolai, what's the word? Positive vibes. What's going on, sis? Divine Black Rose, man. Salute to you, sis. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in the bushes, I salute you. My dog J Rail in the building, man. Salute to you, big homie. You know what I'm saying? Number love. Man, we got a few things to talk about, man. You got the Fat Joe situation, which is weird as hell. And how can I say this? Yeah, it's a money grab, man. Yeah. What they say when you watch a TV series on Netflix and they give you the end before you even watch it, it's one of them. Yeah, this shit is all about nothing, man. So you know what I'm saying? Crazy work, man. Nicholas said he saw a new Slick Rick video today, about 30 minutes long. That's crazy. That's way too long for a video. That's way too long for a video, man. These boys dropping too many videos, man. Yeah, that's wild. Said, yeah, Kenny Money go hard, bro. Kenny Money go hard, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? They, despite everybody, talking down on Paper Route, man, you got Big Moochie Grape, you got Kenny Money, Glock already stamped. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the most lyrical, but he make good music. I ain't even gonna hold you. He ain't the most lyrical, but he make good music. You know what I'm saying? So salute to them boys, man. But yeah, we finna talk about a few things and it's a lot of Memphis content, man. Cause there's some weird shit going on in the city of Memphis, man. If I'm just being honest with you, yeah, it's some really weird stuff going on in the city, man. I know y'all have seen the video today of Buddy busting in the American Deli, which is crazy as hell. People done lost it, bro. They done lost all their conscience, man. Everybody on crash out mode. You know what I'm saying? I hate to use the word demon time, because that's just, that's when all is lost. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, these folk going crazy, man. I mean, it might as well get started with it simply talking about it. Yeah, it's great, too repetitive, man. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see that too. I mean, y'all check this out, man.
This morning, an arrest in a shooting inside a busy restaurant, and only on Fox 13. We have the video of the actual shooting. This was at the American Deli on Lamar. Look at this. Yesterday afternoon. This happened like in the blink of an eye. People are in line waiting for food 1 second. The next thing you know, a man is shooting a DoorDash driver in the back. Here it is again. There's the DoorDash driver, and there's the guy with the gun. Just open fire. So police say last night the shooter turned himself in. 18-year-old Malik Wills, charged with attempted second-degree murder. And here's the thing, new at 8, we have learned that he was out on bond. He was accused of shooting up a house in Memphis last month. This is his third arrest in 3 months.
Damn.
Keeps getting back on the street.
Listen, y'all. Message to the youngsters, man. Message to the youngsters, man. You cannot be a gangster. You can't be a street nigga and get a job. How many times we got to tell you that? You can't be a street nigga and get a job. Yeah, y'all want to pop it like saying the dudes on the videos. But you're out here and you doing DoorDash, fam. You can't do it. You got to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a gangster, get what? You got to get illegal money. You got to get illegal money. You can't just be out here with the rah-rah. And I'm going to break this down to you. Can't be out here with the rah-rah, because guess what? You thinking that you're door dashing and it's all well and good because you ain't stationary. But you got to go into these same places. And the odds is very high. The odds is very high of your head getting knocked off, man. Just know what hey, look at this. Look at this. Buddy walking, you see you looking back, right? He know it's op in there. He know he caught slipping. He know he's slipping. You knew what was up. You can't do it. Either you gonna be a street nigga and you gonna jump all the way off the porch and crash out, or you gonna be a civilian, get you a 9-to-5, earn you a living, and do it the right way. Period. Point blank, man. This the type of stuff that, we see on a daily basis, and people are getting more and more brazen, man. Folks, you know what I'm saying? They claiming what they claiming and they standing on it. No. So if you want to earn a living, you want to get you some money for real, and you ain't, you ain't got nobody that gonna front you no pack. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no robber. You know what I'm saying? You might as well leave that line of work alone. You need to leave the street life alone, go and take you some classes and get you a job, fam. Be a civilian. Ain't nothing wrong with being a civilian. There is no shame in being a civilian, fam. None whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But see, y'all so brainwashed and institutionalized by this music that they make you feel like it's a damn shame and a disgrace for you to be sacking somebody's groceries or washing somebody's car or packing somebody's boxes. Hell, you better grab your hand truck and get active, my nigga. I'm telling you. Because this gang life ain't for a lot of you cats, fam. It's just not. Hell, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Shit, but you'll learn. You'll learn. This is crazy right here, y'all. This is crazy. And the little dude that upped the blick on him inside the American Deli, oh yeah, he fully committed, man. He all in. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Mr. Parker? What's going on with you, man? It's always on site, bruh. It is always on site. And buddy with the blick, he know what's up. He going in there to get him something to eat. You know it's on site, fam. You know it's on site. Chad Longway, what's going on with your loved one? Salute to you. Salute to you, man. But yeah, pick a side, my nigga. Either step all the way out the porch and be who you say you're gonna be, or get you a job, get you a trade. My nigga, learn something. You niggas get so caught up in the dumbass gangster shit, in the gangster matrix, like Stan G say. But in your heart of hearts, you scared. You can't be scared. You gotta be a full knucklehead. You gotta be a full knucklehead to do this type shit, man. This ain't for the weak at heart. It ain't for the faint. Man, Jazz, we hadn't talked about him yet. We just got crunk up, but you know we finna go in on Quette. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too long. It ain't too long. And people keep saying, do you think you're gonna take a plea? No, Quette ain't taking no plea, man. Quette is in a fight for his life, fam. And I'm telling y'all, Quette finna tell everything and then some. Would you like to hear about when we off the dude in 2012? Yeah, he telling everything, man. Cause he know if he don't, it's 30 plus. We starting at 30 and we going up. I appreciate you, Jazz. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, Gangsta Matrix a fool. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's a fool, man. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the only wild story that I've seen out of Memphis this week, man. You know what I'm saying? This one is in East Memphis, y'all. This shit, and this ain't even us. This ain't even us, y'all. Hold on, let me rewind this.
During a drug search at a home in New at 9, Memphis police say they found bombs during a drug search at a home in East Memphis.
This happened Thursday morning on Spotswood Drive, very near the University of Memphis campus. And that's where we find Fox 13's Jack Bilyeu live.
Jack, the bomb wasn't the only thing they found.
Yeah, far from it, Darcy. Memphis police say they found counterfeit cash, guns, drugs, and in the dining room, what they described as improvised explosive devices.
That's a little scary.
Bro got makeshift bomb. I had to say that, stretch that out a little bit. Bro got makeshift, y'all see it on the screen, in the house. Lord Jesus, Jay, hey, keep your head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? This is on Spotswood. So now you know.
Neighbors tell Fox 13 they were shocked Thursday morning when they saw squad cars pull up to their neighborhood. Memphis police say the organized crime unit's major violators unit was serving a drug warrant at a house on Spotswood. What they found in the house caused them to call in the Secret Service and the ATF.
There was a guy in full plate armor. Full plate armor, was wearing battle gear, helmet, face mask. Didn't look too hurtable.
Well, investigators say inside the house they found counterfeit cash, 4 guns and drugs, including nearly half a kilo of weed, a bag of psychedelic mushrooms, 1.5 ounces of meth, and 79 ecstasy pills. They say when they went into the dining room, they found, quote, what appeared to be improvised explosive devices underneath the dining room table. Those devices allegedly tested positive for ammonium nitrate. That's found in fertilizer and, according to the Department of Homeland Security, is frequently used in homemade bombs, most notably during the Oklahoma City bombing. They say those devices were handed over to the TACT unit.
Yeah, it's a little scary to think about, but luckily it went off somewhere safely.
Police say one person was arrested, David Dahabia. He faces
David Dahabia. Say that fine. David Dahabia. Yes. This is the dude. He got a whole trap jumping.
Drug charges and a charge of possession of a firearm during a dangerous felony. He was accused of stealing a motorcycle in April and released on his own recognizance.
Just glad the bomb didn't go off.
Dahabia is now out on bail again. Memphis police say this investigation is ongoing. Darcy?
That is Fox 13's Jack Bilyeu reporting live tonight. Thank you so much, Jack.
Pimp tight. What's going on with you, bro? Hey, I appreciate you supporting the channel, bro. For real. Yeah, man. This is crazy. Pimp tight. Did you just see this? It is East Memphis. That boy, he done got jammed up with half a key is half an elbow. For sure. That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, but they ain't, what I'm saying, from our neck of the woods. So they using their terminology the best they know. But yeah, that man got a half a bow. He got makeshift explosives, pistols. That's crazy. Oh, you said half a key is a whole elbow. I got you. Yes, fam. Yes. We just went through that and the shooting at American Deli. Buddy went up at American Deli to grab a DoorDash order, and them folks got right with him. Them folks got right with him, home. It's like, bro, what in the world is going on in Memphis? And I know it's going on everywhere, but it's extra crazy. It's extra crazy in Memphis. Lord have mercy. But yeah, man, we got a little content to go over, man. We got Fat Joe, and Fat Joe, he done got a whole Diddy charge thrown on him. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. He got a whole Diddy charge, and it looks like a basic. What can I say? It's a money grab, bro. This nigga done been with Fat Joe for years and ain't said nothing about this. He done seen what the hell been going on with Diddy, and now he want to cry foul, Ain't no problem. It's wild, man. let's see here. We're gonna go into a little of it. And I want y'all to let me know what y'all think. Do y'all feel like Joe is, you know what I'm saying, in a situation where a RICO can be levied against him? Because I'm telling y'all, man, the shit that this dude is saying about Fat Joe, and I don't like Fat Joe. Let me just start by saying that. I don't really like Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? But the shit that dude's saying about Fat Joe is basically the same type of stuff that Gene Deal be saying about Puff and he wanna check for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did.
Fat Joe. This man right here named TA is trying to ruin his career. And TA is offering to take a lie detector test to prove that all the accusations he's making against Fat Joe is 100% true. TA is a former entourage member of Fat Joe. His role within Fat Joe's enterprise differs depending on who you ask. Some people will say he was just a hype man. Others will say he was a runner. TA will say he wore multiple caps. He was an A&R. He was a hype man. He was an artist. He was a runner. So he did a lot of things for Fat Joe. However, along the way, TA started to feel like he was being underappreciated.
Looking at me, then we in City Island eating at JP's, and she's sitting right on the side of him. Before one time came out, he looked at me and was like, "Yo, don't get too big on me." I said, "What you talking about?" She was right there. She heard it. If she want to keep it real, bro, she will, bro. I know they loyalty is to Joe, but real is real. Truth is truth. The crook, look what he did to Liza Rios and her 3 little kids. Pump supposed to be his brother. He's a sucker.
Yeah, man. If y'all don't know, this nigga Joe left Liza, which is Big Pun's wife, and the kids damn near homeless, man. Didn't kick them in nothing after Pun had left here, man. And Pun was the main one writing his raps. You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to Fat Joe music, man, I can't even give you no hits. I can give you that What's Love with Ashanti and Lean Back. That's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe ain't really, you know what I'm saying? He ain't really have nothing. So the mystery is how the hell did Fat Joe stay relevant for the better part of 30 years, fam? For real, for real. Young folks is a totally different level of demon. Yeah, man, he boy crashing out on the daily, man.
So if she want to keep it real, she can keep it real, bro. So he said, "Yo, don't get too big on me." I'm like, nigga hurt my heart, bro. I realized, I'm like, damn, yo, he's not gonna let me win, bro. He's not gonna let me come out, bro. All them times he's telling me, yo, there's no life outside of Terror Squad, that's what he's talking about.
This is not new. Rappers having people around them who believe that they're more talented than a rapper, who believe that they should have to shine, that the rapper is hating, trying to hold them back, that if the world just hear their music, man, the world gonna know they really the truth. Every rapper has a story like this. So it's nothing really new or special, but what's special about this TA and Fat Joe conflict is how far it has gotten. Because TA, his real issue with Fat Joe, he would claim Fat Joe hated on him, Fat Joe fired him, and Fat Joe owed him a lot of money from publishing. Obviously, this video isn't about publishing or who wrote what for who or who owed what money. This is a much darker video, and this is where the video takes a very dark turn. After coming out and speaking out against Fat Joe business.
Man, there's so much stuff that man has said about Fat Joe. Said Fat Joe getting underage females, BBLs, all type of crazy stuff, man. Fat Joe, hey, I don't know, fam. It's a bunch of allegations being hurled against bro. But if they look into it and they find something, it could become something. But as far as this lawsuit, yeah, I don't think this lawsuit going across the street. And guess who he got as his lawyer? The boy Blackburn. If y'all can remember Blackburn was the one that was the lawyer for Lil Rod when Lil Rod was suing Diddy. And they said, "Get your ass out of New York City, man. You come in here with another one of these lawsuits, we're not going to let you practice law in the state of New York." Yeah, I forget Blackburn's first name, but yeah, the two clout-chasing lawyers in this age right now is Blackburn and the boy out of Houston. Y'all, Tony Busby. Yeah, you can hurl any type of allegation against anybody. And you know what I'm saying? you can get these two to take up the case.
Those practices.
Tyrone Blackburn, thank you so lovely.
Speaking out against Fat Joe being a hater, that really went ignored, to be honest. Like, I seen the interview. The interview did a couple thousand views, but nothing too crazy or nothing like too pressing that Fat Joe really had to respond back to. It kind of went unanswered, to be honest. So what we began to see is he began to take it up a notch. After he did the interview, it didn't really do nothing. He took the antics to Instagram. And when I say antics, I'm not trying to be demeaning or dismissive. I'm simply talking about he began to play the internet game. The interviews ain't work. He went to Instagram, and this is where he began to make some very serious accusations against Fat Joe. In this,
and listen, you see who he interviewing with. He interviewing with Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke be trying to grab dirt on all these boys. You know what I'm saying? He had Pawn Notebook from all those features in the 90s and 2000s. That's a fact. That's a fact. If Joe did that, lock him up or put him down. Yet, if the accusations are false, lock them folks up. And that's what it should be, bro. But there's no law against, you know what I'm saying, you coming out and filing a frivolous lawsuit. And that's the dangerous part. We done seen people pile on with Deshaun Watson. We done seen people pile on with a few of these notable athletes and celebrities. You know what I'm saying? ZK, what it do, man? It said, Pep Tyson, I ain't heard nothing about these allegations, but if they ain't cutting Diddy no slack, he damn sure ain't getting nothing. That's a fact, bro. Ain't no way in the hell they gonna show this boy no slack. And you know, Pun's just a diabolical individual, fam. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? You have people that stay relevant for so long and you can't put a finger on what they doing. Just know, some in that milk ain't clean.
This post, he would compare Fat Joe to Diddy, and he would also make a very serious accusation that Fat Joe flew out this chick.
And y'all do me a favor, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. Yeah, I ain't did no type of asking of nothing. Hit the like button, big dog. Everybody in here and my babies in the bushes, y'all hit that like button too.
Called Nikki when she wasn't legal yet, and he flew her across state line and out the country to sleep with her. In this Instagram post, he reposted a video of a To Catch a Predator sting with the caption that stated, "Damn, homie, he even looked like Lil Joey. When you see him run out of there, you want 16-year-old Lil Joey. You are banned from being around girls who aren't legal." He would also say, when y'all see Lil Joey out in public, y'all have to chase him out of there. Lil Joey was dating and having intercourse with a 16-year-old girl named Nikki, aka Chiquita. He had a full-fledged relationship with her for 5 years. He didn't really post proof of any of this. He just kind of said it and expected us to take his word for it. And it was kind of unclear what the motive was exactly. Was he doing this because he wanted Fat Joe to give him something? Or was he just trying to expose Fat Joe because he hates him? I guess we still don't know. But he will continue. And quite possibly the most flagrant of the post, he would actually tag one of Fat Joe's sponsors. And he would write, "Does Market America knows they have a pedo as their spokesperson?" And then they even tagged employees of the company that's giving Fat Joe money. We was at an event and Fat Joe wouldn't stop, but I will get to that later. Now, about wouldn't stop, he's insinuating that Fat Joe SA'd a woman at one of their events. None of these posts were going viral. Nobody.
This is what I'm saying, bro. He making these crazy allegations and ain't nothing sticking. You know what I'm saying? That's the wild part about it. Yeah.
Really reposted it. But once he began to tag sponsors, that's when Fat Joe began to take notice and began preparing his defense to make sure that this stopped, that this ceased. Because even though the dude ain't really making noise, you don't know what type of effect he can have when he's tagging people who's giving you money, calling you a pedo. On this post, he tagged Fat Joe and says, "Fat Joe, you asked me, do I take any accountability? Yes, I do. For watching you mess with young girls, but I was minding my business and playing my position. At the time, I was young myself, But didn't I ask, was you scared to deal with Chiquita? And what did you say? Stop moving around in the streets like you wasn't messing with a young girl. You going to continue to get this work, Joe. It's okay. You're a pedo. Go register. He didn't just stop at accusing Fat Joe of being a pedo. He would even accuse Fat Joe of being a snitch. This man put the holy trinity of accusations on Fat Joe. Accused Fat Joe of being a disloyal homie, a snake. Accused him of being a pedo. And then you also accuse him of being a rat?
And that's my thing, Divine Black Rose. How can you talk about this man and tell all his dirty laundry, and you been with him for 20 years, fam? What the hell going on with you? Maybe we need to look at you side-eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, those are 3 accusations you can't possibly come back from in the streets. So luckily Fat Joe ain't even in the streets no more, but still. If this is true, Fat Joe is one of like a top 5 most deplorable rappers of all time. But we're still a long way from deciding whether or not this is true. But he would interview this guy who would claim that Fat Joe is the reason why he's behind bars and Fat Joe snitched on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jose Lazarus Moyet, a.k.a. Rays. This is Demigod. Pleasure to have you here today, Rays. Thanks for the interview.
It's a pleasure speaking with you.
So, what were you convicted of and sentenced to?
I was convicted of racketeering, drug trafficking, and 12 murders. I was charged with being a leader of the D-Boy organization in the Hunts Point section of
Why did everybody say you got 12 bodies, man? Damn.
the Bronx. I was sentenced to 14 life sentences plus 205 years.
I have to ask, how authentic is this paperwork on Fat Joe?
I mean, what did you ask me? Did I sit in prison for 30 years and forge paperwork against someone who I don't know, who doesn't know me, and whose paths never cross? Look, Demigod, there are a lot of people who have never been in the feds, and so they are making comments without understanding anything. About 3 months ago, I was talking with someone who had just came off the street, and he mentioned the paperwork on Joe. He said that he checked out all the names of the agents and the prosecutor, and they were legit. Now, with that said, why is it that others couldn't do this as well? What people don't know is that that statement comes from a proffer. For those who don't know what a proffer is it is when you give information to the feds. There are thousands of so-called gangsters running around in the streets who did a proffer, and we would never know this. There were literally hundreds of statements made against me. Many of them I didn't see until years later. Some I still haven't.
I have the paperwork too if y'all want me to.
So now they saying Joe a rat too? Damn, boy. But hey, I told y'all, when you got somebody that stay in the game and stay relevant for this long, but they stepping on necks, they telling and some more shit. I mean, just look at the field. Just look at the field, man. If you see somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, just hanging around like that, you know, Joe done parlayed the music into movies and everything else. Now you got a podcast with Jadakiss. I wonder what that's been here for.
To do a video on Fat Joe's paperwork, I can. To be honest, I have like a 10-year statute of limitation on snitching. After 10 years, I think your gangster card can reset, man, okay? If you're the biggest, baddest killer, but you told in, let's say, 1985 and it's 2025, I think you can still represent as the biggest, baddest killer. You still gangster, okay? Past 10 years, I don't want to hear that snitching talk.
Man, you crazy. See, you ain't from nobody neighborhood. You were raised on the outskirts. The hell you talking about? I don't give a damn. You told in 1992. A rat is a rat, fam. How can you tell and then go back to being a gangster? Now, y'all know my stance on this. I claim that I'm a civilian, and I'm damn sure a civilian. Key, what it do? Robert, what it do? You know what I'm saying? I'm a civilian, full-fledged, been a civilian for years. But if you go and tell on the nigga, and there ain't no statute of limitations for telling on a nigga, man. Terrence Gangster Williams, man. Let's talk about it. You got Terrence Gangster Williams that gave up a bunch of cold cases and got out. Everybody labeled Gangster a rat. But Gangster did 23 years behind the wall, fam. 23 years. And when he came back home, he ain't been on nothing but civilian time. Now, I can respect that. But if you out here causing up ruckus, kicking dust, and you talking, and you go right back to kicking up dust and causing ruckus, man, that shit, that is the lowest of the low in my opinion. Y'all got to let me know.
But the dude was applying so much pressure on Fat Joe. Fat Joe had to strike first. Usually what we see is people like this will file their lawsuit first, but no. Dude was complicit with just exposing Fat Joe on Instagram. Now, Fat Joe filed his lawsuit, but only after Fat Joe got wind that TA was talking to Tyrone Blackburn. If you guys don't know who Tyrone is responsible for a lot of fraudulent lawsuits in the industry. He's the one who's representing Lil Rod. He, I think, was representing a lawsuit against academics. So, like, Tyrone Blackburn has sued dozens of celebrities. And I think in his last lawsuit, like, the federal judge actually put like a note or like a strike against them where it says, yo, you got to stop filing these fraudulent lawsuits, bro. Like, you're going to get barred. So this is a dude.
Yes, they say you bring another fake ass lawsuit up in here and we going to disbar you and you ain't going to be able to practice in New York, man. This who you going to get? This man, he wants some money bad. He wants some money bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying Fat Joe squeaky clean, and what he's saying may have some weight to it. But, man, Fat Joe, man, you got the wrong lawyer. If you want people to take this serious, you got the wrong lawyer.
Who we're talking about. So when Fat Joe got wind that TA was talking to this dude who loves to sue celebrities, Fat Joe striked first, and he filed a lawsuit against TA for defamation. In Fat Joe's lawsuit, he would highlight that TA was trying to extort him, that he was texting his associates, telling them, yo, if Fat Joe don't pay up, if he don't tap in, I'm going to go public. So TA sent this to one of Fat Joe's friends, and he says, your fat friend clearly underestimated me, and I told him I will go all the way. This is what the newspaper is going to look like. Wow. His daughter is going to be real proud of him. I'm going to tag Jordan, Nike, CNN, the White House, the president, and the vice president. Every major outlet will have this. Now think about it. This just one. The countdown is on. Tell the fat man, be smart. I warned him before. Call me. Yo, do this man know that extortion is illegal? Like, there are more clever ways to get this done. But a plain text message in plain sight where you are...
Yeah, but it's very few clout chasers that measure up to this dude right here. One of the ones that come to mind is the chick that's running behind Zion Williamson right now, the ex-corn star. Yeah, she is a clout chaser of this level. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't, I don't think this going nowhere, y'all.
Clearly trying to extort this man. You're looking to go to jail. He sent this message to Fat Joe's manager where he's threatened to expose Fat Joe's wife, apparently to talk live about a threesome that Fat Joe's wife had when she cheated on him. He would say that she is a nasty scum. You know that, right? Your boss is a sucker. And then here's another message of him threatening to come public if Fat Joe don't give it up or Fat Joe don't tap in or call. And Fat Joe shouldn't be dumb. This appears to be all about money. This appears to be money motivated, bro.
That's all it is, money motivated. And the words of the late great Roy Lee, extortion. That's all this is extortion, plain and simple.
Bro was hanging around Fat Joe for a while. You know, he was eating. He thought this was his ticket to fortune and fame. It ain't work out. And it looks like he's seen the recent headlines where every celebrity is being sued for past transgressions. And he's trying to monetize whatever secret he has on Fat Joe. He's trying to monetize that. I feel like everyone who filed a lawsuit, they're filing a lawsuit for the bag. They're filing a lawsuit to get paid. So I'm not automatically going to dismiss allegations as false because the person is like asking for the money up front so they don't file a lawsuit. All this tells me is he's a garbage human being and he probably don't care about justice. He only cares about himself. If he is telling the truth, because if you're claiming that Fat Joe like is doing these things that no man should ever be doing, that Fat Joe committed
Well, this is what I will say. He's a garbage human being, and if anything, this is Joe's karma, because Joe is a garbage ass human being too. Yeah, this just might be his karma. You feel me? Herb, I appreciate the super sticker, man. Salute to you. Salute to you, man. Appreciate the donation.
Like the ultimate sin in life, which is dealing with young girls, then you should be trying to hold him accountable. You should be trying to get him arrested, or have his feet held to the fire. But if that's not your goal, then it makes me think you're either a garbage human being or you are a liar. Fat Joe would also document the.
Yeah, he definitely a liar. So she would not get no money neither. Yeah, what's her name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I forget. Mariah Mills. She not gonna get a dime, and she need to hit her knees and pray to God right now for the forming her body the way she did. Man, that shit is an atrocity.
The extortion attempts from the lawyer that TA has been dealing with, which is Tyrone Blackburn. This is a lawyer that you don't ever want to be represented by, Brett. This guy is a scumbag. So Fat Joe would document and claim that Blackburn sent demand letters from March 23rd to April 21st of 2025, falsely claiming that TA was owed compensation for songwriting and adding baseless allegations of statutory rape, forced labor, egg trafficking, and fraud, that Blackburn threatened to file a lawsuit with these false claims and report Fat Joe to Homeland Security if he didn't pay. Again, this is the same blueprint for Lil Rod and Diddy. Now, he would claim that
that's too much. She need to pray to the Lord. She need to hit her knees and pray to God for forgiveness for messing her body up like that, bro. That shit is ridiculous.
Blackburn demanded $20 million in a third letter, April 25th, 2025. Now, apparently this was like a $17 million increase. I'm assuming he either got new information that he believes would make Fat Joe want to settle, or he's just going by the principles of if we ask for 100, they might offer us 500,000. So he continues that apparently Blackburn sent late night emails with vague threats, including adding a RICO claim and suing Fat Joe business partners, which you would find out soon that he made well on his promise. Fat Joe also claimed that Blackburn falsely claimed to have verified allegations with witnesses, including an alleged young woman who denied speaking to him. The era of lawyers scaring public figures into settling these lawsuits, I think that era has came and went, bruh. I feel like the public figures are waking up and realizing that even settling the lawsuit is still going to look bad on you. It's going to make you look guilty. And they realize, bruh, because after watching everybody get sued, literally everybody, including people like Jay-Z, after watching enough celebrities get sued, they're starting to realize, man, bro, the public backlash ain't going to be that crazy. Like public backlash ain't $2.6 million worth of backlash. The public backlash that this is going to get from this dude suing you ain't worth no 20 M's. It's just not worth $20 million. So,
and that damn lawsuit against Tyler Perry ain't worth no $260 million. What this boy need to do is just come out, and when I say this boy, I'm talking about Tyler Perry, come out the closet, tell these folk you like boys, break up with whoever you with, because you know that's just for aesthetics. Tell these folk you gay, man, and keep on moving, bro. Ain't nobody tripping on you. We been knew you were gay 20 years ago. Yeah. You in a dress more than Big Mama and Eddie Murphy combined. You gay as hell. And ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, do that. But damn, this is what happened when you don't live in your truth. Crazy ass boy.
Worst is going to happen is there's going to be people who probably believe this. Those people probably never liked you in the first place. There's going to be people who would never believe these things. And there's going to be people in the middle who's going to say, you know what? I'm going to wait until the details come out. But the news headlines just go so fast that by next week, another big celebrity is going to get sued. And we'll all forget about your lawsuit. Y'all remember when we thought the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit was the biggest thing in the world? We haven't talked about it in a month. So the era of lawyers extorting these celebrities, I think it's over with. So Fat Joe filed his lawsuit.
Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, I think Shannon Sharpe dropped the bag off. If we just gonna be honest about it, Shannon Sharp done dropped a major bag off, and he ain't studying none of it. None of it. ESPN cut him loose, fine. Shannon Sharp making crazy money. Nightcap, Club Shay Shay, whatever else he got going. Man, one monkey don't stop no show. And I'm glad for him, but he need to learn his lesson. Leave these young snow bunnies alone. You're a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to throw your money and your career away on these snow bunnies, and she probably got a substantial bag. And we probably won't hear about it. She done probably dropped all charges and whatever she was finna, you know what I'm saying, do it for as a lawsuit. Yeah, that's crazy. It's over with.
Lawsuit instead of being extorted, and they responded back with their lawsuit, accusing Fat Joe of conducting egg trafficking, among other things, to fit under the RICO statute. Now, the only thing I really care about, to be honest, is the accusation that Fat Joe was messing with young women, which they provided their proof in their lawsuit, and we'll be discussing that shortly. Now, in his lawsuit,
salute to you, Memphis native. You know, you already know what it is, bro.
That TA filed with Tyrone Blackburn, they accused Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and others of being a part of the Fat Joe enterprise that conducted criminal activities. If you guys want me to do a full deep dive into that, let me know. But let's just get to the allegations regarding the young women. He would allege that victim one was actually a 16-year-old Dominican residing in New York. In exchange for cash, clothing, and payment of her cell phone bill, defendant will get oral and other favors performed on, by the young woman. On one occasion, while driving in New York City, the young woman asked Fat Joe for money to pay for her cell phone. Fat Joe, being notoriously cheap, the defendant claimed to be broke. This upsetted the young woman, who began yelling, cursing, and screaming. Apparently, like, TA is claiming that he begged Fat Joe to pay for this chick's cell phone bill, which ultimately he did, which to me makes you a co-conspirator, bro. Like, which you already admitted that you were aware of this, but still, like, you ain't tell nobody, like, hey, bro, this man be with hella young women, bro. Y'all need to step in. You just told him, hey, bro, pay the cell phone bill, man. Make her happy. And then allow them to continue to do nasty things to her. I don't know, bro. Like, this lawsuit makes you look equally as bad. He claims there's
everything is an enterprise, man. I'm talking about from Bad Boy to YSL to Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? There's been some stories on Terror Squad. I don't know if this classifies as being, you know what I'm saying, truthful. But yeah, with Cuban Link them was saying back in the Gap, I believe that. I believe that.
The second victim, apparently this victim is Caucasian. The victim was 15, and according to TA, Fat Joe will fly this victim from New York to Miami to Florida on multiple occasions. He would also say that because the victim looked young, that Fat Joe essentially got them a BBL to make them look more developed, which to me is just nasty work. Now, the other victim, which is like Minor Doe 3, he will show pictures of them. I'm assuming this victim is no longer, underage. This is from, like, it looks like the early 2000s, but he would show a picture of the quote-unquote victim in high school at the time that they was being trafficked. Now, apparently they claim they spoke to this woman, but Fat Joe is claiming that this woman is denying ever speaking to them.
So if he sent them, what's up with it, Lil T? So if he sent them to get a BBL, then he had to take them out of the country. We crazy in the United States, but we ain't that damn crazy. So he had to send them out the country for this. You know what I'm saying? If this is true, which, you know what I'm saying, all of that's a coin flip right now.
And she's not willing to come forward whatsoever. And they would also drop down some lyrics from Fat Joe from a song called She My Mama. In this song, it would appear that Fat Joe is confessing to some heinous things. So in the song, Fat Joe raps, now she was only 16. I had to nurture that. Give her some growth. Waited till I touched the cat. Told she gonna have to work if she gonna get ahead. Then she drove me berserk when she gave me some head. She told me that she learned that from the flicks. I said, Miami, stop talking. Just suck on this dick. I ain't say her name yet, so let's say she nothing. Now watch me turn this nothing into something. Get it? So he's claiming
whack ass rhymes. Whack ass rhymes, fam. Some of the wackest of the wackest. That's what I'm saying, bro. This nigga, bro. I couldn't have told you this shit. I couldn't have told you this. The man got horrible music. So just let you know, if a nigga staying relevant that long with this horrible ass music, just know, yeah, you doing something else.
that this is a confession to his story that Fat Joe was flying out this young woman from Miami and he got her a Brazilian butt lift. I don't know, bro. I don't feel like this is enough, to be honest. Those lyrics are very disturbing, but if he's saying I had to wait and nurture that, that could be assumed that he had to wait. I don't know, man.
Hold on, my nigga. What is Flacco doing with this do-rag, bro? Lord have mercy. You just put something on your head to get on camera. This shit, your do-rag lazy as hell. Flatten the straps out, Flacco. You tripping.
Rappers from that era had a lot of bizarre lyrics, including B.I.G. If I went through all of B.I.G. lyrics and took it, as literal facts, bro, then Big won't have a rap career, bro. We'll have to cancel Big immediately. But Fat Joe is denying that this is true. He's saying that this is all cap. This is an extortion attempt. He's not giving this guy money. He's disgruntled, et cetera, et cetera. So y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, man?
I know your do-rag lazy as hell. That's what I know. God dang. That's crazy work, man. But yeah, that's the Fat Joe situation in a nutshell. Buddy hurling a bunch of baseless allegations. He ain't proved nothing on none of them. So we gotta wait and see what's gonna come out of that. But fam, Fat Joe, yeah, Fat Joe, he got deals with Jordan and he got a lot of stuff going on. And I don't know if this is gonna touch any of that. Nike been real good with sticking with people after certain things happen. Ja Morant comes to mind. Colin Kaepernick comes to mind. People like that. But this is just weird as hell. So, if Buddy got some evidence, he need to drop it. If not, he need to shut the hell up, man. Real talk. Real talk. He wasn't exactly. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was clout chasing after pun. If we just gonna keep it a whole stack. You know what I'm saying? But listen, y'all. I wanted to touch on this too. We got a few things to touch on. So y'all know the whole situation on the internet with this chick Duchess and her boyfriend. He called himself the Frenchman. What the hell is this? Y'all from damn Georgia. Why is niggas calling each other Duchess and the Frenchman? Black Barbie, what's going on? Salute to you. But yeah, the whole situation with the dude, Shamarcus. The dude on live talking about his gal while he make lasagna. The lasagna never got made. She brought up a dude named Ubi or Udi or Obi or whatever his name is, and basically everything went left. He unalived his wife. He unalived his wife and then proceeded to go on the run. When he got pulled over by the laws, he unalived himself with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Does that ring a bell to some of you guys that's been on the internet everywhere? Yes, that was a crazy situation. And a lot of people went to speculating on, who is Udi or Obi or Udi or whatever. People was like, what the hell triggered him when she said that name that made him just go fly off the deep end? You know what I'm saying? And when people start putting two and two together, they're going to come up with their own version of number 4. But what the real is, according to the person name that was mentioned is Udi, Obi, this cat, according to his family, it had nothing to do with no boy on boy, no LGBT type relationship. None of that. It had nothing to do with none of that. And we finna hear from this lady's cousin, this dude's cousin right now. And she finna break everything down in regards to that situation and why Buddy went left when the name Obi was uttered.
Now, first of all, my cousin's name is not Odie. It's Obi. Okay, let's start there. Secondly, y'all paint this narrative as if it was some type of down low situation going on. And what I want to let y'all know is, first of all, Obi got bitches. Okay, I'm gonna just say that he was not a part of the community. This is not no DL situation. I also want to say this because the narrative that's being painted is not right. First of all, my cousin is deceased, so rest in peace to him. But I want y'all to understand a few things about our family. We got some serious steppers over here. And when I say steppers, I'm not talking about the stuff y'all see on the internet where they posting up. No, I mean, we got them real gangsters that move in silence, okay? Everybody's sitting here trying to figure out, why did Shamarcus do what he did? Well, let me explain to you why. Because there's a couple things y'all need to know. First of all, Shamarcus knew that he wasn't going to make it 24 hours. Let's start. He wasn't going to make it 24 hours. He wasn't. So it was better for him to do what he did to himself before somebody else did something to him. Let's start there. Okay. Secondly, everybody's painting this picture as if he pew Zaria, or if he Zaria, and that wasn't the case. What happened is that boy put hands and feet on that girl. And this wasn't something new. He always put hands and feet on that girl. Okay? Head, shoulder, knees, and toes on that girl. Let's be honest.
Damn.
This time stuff went a little bit too far. It happens. It went a little bit too far. Rest in peace to both of them. Okay? Because it's never right to put your hands on a female. Let's start there. He put hands and feet on this girl so bad that she was unconscious. Now, personally, I feel like she could have made it had she got the medical attention that she needed. But she laid there for an hour and a half. An hour and a half.
Damn, an hour and a half? Yeah, she was big as hell, man. She was the Amazon woman. Kind of put you in the mind of Pepper from Salt and Pepper. You know what I'm saying? Big old girl. Him, not so much. Him just a little fella. You know what I'm saying? But listen, these folks, they say that, yeah, he was a stepper. And this boy Shamarcus was too. He had some shit going on. He had a couple screws loose. You know what I'm saying? He was shooting marbles with dirty marbles. This nigga went all the way put together. You know what I'm saying? And they say that this girl, you know what I'm saying, for some weird and just backwards ass reason, she felt like it was cute when Buddy was spazzed out. I'm telling y'all, fam, and ladies, I do not mean to offend or disrespect any one of y'all because I got the utmost respect for the ladies in the chat. There are some females that they don't think you love them unless you bat they goddamn head. Let's talk about it. It's some of these females, fam, I can treat you with the utmost respect, open doors for you, go in, have with you on the bills, pay more bills than you, take you out. And because I ain't going upside your head, you feel like I don't care enough for you. There's some females out there like that now. So let's get to it.
Yeah. Before police had even arrived. Make that make sense. If he really cared about her, you know what he would have did? He'd have picked up the phone and called the ambulance. But he didn't. He didn't. Because he already knew he had up. He had really bad. Everybody like, well, y'all talking about, she said Odie's name and basically that would, who the Odie? It's Obi. But see, the problem was our family started to pay attention, like, because the situation that happened with Obi was up, and we knew it was some foul play. We been doing it with some foul play. We just been trying to figure out what players was on the chessboard. You feel me? That's what we was trying to figure out. And my auntie been saying she felt like Shamarcus was on some bullshit. Now let's be real. Shamarcus and Obi been friends for a minute. Best friends, thick as thieves. Obi go get money, he brings Shamarcus. Shamarcus ain't have to worry about no bread when my cousin was alive. Because when Obi rode, he brought Shamarcus. If he got paid, he brought Shamarcus and broke him off. But see, the problem is when you out here getting money, because my cousin wasn't no weak dude. When I tell you he was out here getting that bread, he was getting that bread. Okay, and it might have not have been legally, but he was getting that bread. And the crazy thing about it is the way he was set up, we kept saying, this got to be an inside situation because the stuff that these people knew didn't make sense. It got to be an inside situation.
You come to find out, Shamarcus, the Frenchman, the Dutchman, whatever the hell this nigga name is, then backdoored his partner and got his partner up out of there. Crazy work. Just toxic individuals, man. How the hell did these two people find each other, man? This is crazy. Yeah, I keep my hands off these women. You got to. Because, family, if I got to put my hands on you in a way that is not romantic, you got to go, fam. Matter of fact, I got to go. The hell with you. If you're going to provoke me to go there with you, fam, you got it. You got it. Because I'm telling you, it's a busload. It's a busload of females that's going to go. I don't put my hands on you. That's dumb as hell.
He knew this whole time that he was a snake ass dude. He knew this. He knew if it ever came out that he was involved in that situation with my cousin Obi, that he was going to have to give his ass to God. You understand that? Period. He knew this. He knew this. He knew this. So while he was up here pillow talking to Zaria, he ain't realized this whole time you've been putting hands and feet on that girl. See, she called the wrong people. What she should have did is called my family and told us the real, but she was so afraid to say something because she knew if she said something, it's gonna be on my cousin's grave, they all can get it. So don't come over here.
My bad, gang. She gaslit this nigga, bro. Nah, that's why she ain't tell nobody. She wasn't finna tell the story no way. She told one story, if y'all can remember. She said that Buddy had done set a nigga up to get robbed. And he admitted to it. But she didn't go into this one because he said, oh, you gonna die about it. Yeah.
Here with that bullshit when your brother is a snake down dirty ass. He know what he did to my cousin. He know how he said my cousin. But see, the shit that these knew, yeah, it was definitely an inside job. And Shamarcus bitch ass was right there the whole mother time playing puppet master. You had the audacity to show up at my cousin's funeral.
That nigga did the bishop off juice, pulled up at the funeral. That's some cold work. That's some cold work. That nigga did the Gotti at the repast. Cold work. Yeah. Welcome, Cypress.
You knew it. You knew it. You knew it. And see what people don't realize about Zaria, everybody talking about she was smiling, she was laughing. That girl would do that. She was nervous. She was scared. Every time he would do that, she automatically knew she had to put her hair up. She knew she had to throw some tennis shoes on so she could try to get up out the door because this boy always was on that type of timing with her. I don't give a fuck that he was 6 feet tall. That didn't mean nothing. This is a man you fighting against. But see, he knew when she said Obi's name, it was going to be a problem. Because why you bringing up Obi? What you mean with what happened with Obi? And see, I think she tried to play it off by saying Udi. She tried to play it off because she knew if she would have said Obi, everybody in my family would have been like, ain't no Udi. It's Obi. And see, God got a funny way of serving revenge cold, bro.
Okay.
It was better that he did it to himself. It was better. It was better. Because it was going to happen regardless. You can't go around and do that type of shit to people and think you safe on these streets. Family got some serious cold gangsters. I mean, like I said, moving silence type gangsters. Anybody gonna call you on the phone? Anybody gonna threaten you on the internet? We don't do that. This old school shit right here. He knew he had what? Not too many options. Because see, if he would have went to jail and got locked up, he was gonna get it. If he'd have been on these streets, he was gonna get it. That's why that boy did what he did. That's why he did what he did. Because see, he ain't immune to going to jail. He done did that plenty of times, been locked up plenty of times. Then put shoulders, feet, and toes on this girl plenty of times. Sad thing is he wanted to make sure she didn't survive. That's why he never called the ambulance.
I ain't get about Odie. Then I swear you'll die.
Now, you know this shit is serious. And your ass sitting up there smiling and shit. Like, come on and hit me. Come on, fam. Why would you gaslight this man to do that and do it to you like he did? Yeah, Bunny was a snake and she loved that shit. Go ahead, Sight.
Yeah, for the looks of this, she played around with this and he was dead serious.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, I believe she loved to trigger this nigga, bro. She loved to trigger this nigga and send him off the deep end. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but
love to send him off the deep end, man.
It seemed like he loved her enough to let her pull his string. Like, man, you can't do that, fam. Cause everybody fuse ain't. Some people have short fuses, man.
And she knew it. She knew it.
And this time she paid for it, sadly, with her life.
Then the part where she said, you remember the part where they said that she hopped in the car and drove down to the police precinct butt naked.
Mm-hmm.
They said that the reason she drove down to the police precinct butt naked is because he came home and caught her in the bed, in they bed with another dude. Like, what the hell, bro? Why are y'all even together, man? You go somewhere and let him go somewhere.
Well, she wouldn't leave one of her phone.
Nah, neither one of them would.
Wow. Well, I don't know the full story, but like, yeah, they were just two people who don't need to be together, and unfortunately, they gone because they didn't need to be with each other.
Nah, he didn't tap her head and tapped his own.
Damn, I gotta die like that. You told my phone. Damn. I gotta die if I tell what happened. Give me my phone. That's crazy, y'all. I ain't really looked out behind this, so y'all won't know that tea right now.
It's like, bruh, and there's another thing. You damn folk, these folk in these country towns, these small towns, listen, I ain't joning on nobody because they from a country town. Hell, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. For the longest, y'all thought it was chickens and damn cows walking across the street down here. What I'm saying is a lot of these small towns, fam, these folks feel like, you know what I'm saying, they got a claim to fame when they pop out on Facebook Live. And this shit never ends well, bro. This shit never ends well, man. We seen the situation in Columbus, Mississippi, when the girl went live, when her husband came home, and, you know what I'm saying, they decided that they wanted to part ways with each other. And she got her mom in the background egging her on, and she ended up doming the boy and unaliving him. Now she doing 40 years because you playing on Facebook Live. You playing on Facebook Live, man. That shit crazy, man. Yeah, she was toxic. Both of them were toxic. He should have never went live. You wanted the lasagna, you should have cooked your damn lasagna. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the case. Dinner was gonna be cold.
And then my whole get out about this is who losing as kids, man. People don't think about their actions, man, when kids involved, man. Who lose the most is the kids, man. The kids didn't ask for this. I don't know whether they got no kids together or not, but kids losing this, man, and they didn't ask for this, and I think that's a damn shame.
Right. Every time. And fam, listen, I hate to jump off subject, but we were just talking about Fat Joe and, you know what I'm saying, the clout chasing lawyers, Tyrone Blackburn and Tony Busby. And we segued into Zion Williamson and his little situation with Mariah Mills and basically saying that her shit was so capped that Tony Busby wouldn't even take the case. And I said she need to hit her knees and pray for the face in her body the way she did. Man, look at this shit, man. You can't make this shit. Look at this shit, man. Like, what the hell going on in your head, fam? To make you think that this shit look good. Like this shit gonna move my blood any quicker than it's moving right now.
Yeah, man.
This shit do not produce an erection, bro. It don't move my blood no faster than it was 2 minutes ago.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like a unsteady goddamn suitcase.
Bro, look at this shit, bro. All this portion. Look, what the hell is this, bro? You need to be suing the man that did you this. You need to be suing the mama that did you this. Damn, Zion. This shit is crazy. Like, damn, what your head hitting for up top? And I ain't talking about your, I'm talking about your brain. Your brain is throwed off, my nigga. Yeah, for real. And this shit got more plastic than a Tupperware factory, bro. This shit crazy, man. Just crazy work. Damn. But yeah, man. This shit, boy, I don't know what the world coming to, man. I don't know what the world coming to, bro. Oh, yes, Pimp Tight. They had a 6-month, They had a 6-month-old. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy. Yes, for real. That's the definition of a bobblehead. That's the definition of a bobblehead. And speaking of bobbleheads, y'all hit that like button because we got another one. And we got to get into it. Yes. Angela Simmons, ladies and gentlemen.
The relationship. Yeah. Very public relationship. That people, it was weird because you guys shared a lot, but you didn't share a lot. Like we saw photos and we saw it happen and people were invested because he kind of manifested it in a way.
Yeah, I think, when it comes to me in relationships, there's a lot of times people don't even see who I date, right? And with that one.
So what y'all think? Have y'all seen this yet? Because I'm just not seeing it. I'm reacting to it with you. Good old Gotti and Angela. You know what I'm saying? She's sharing her breakup story. You seen this? Did you clear her to speak on this, Cypress?
Yeah, she cleared us.
Is she clear to speak on it, bro? I don't know what the hell Cypress doing. Cypress over there doing something he ain't got no business doing.
It just felt special enough to share. You know what I mean? I think we both on the same page. And then it's like, I don't believe you have to give it all to show that you're together, but you know, it just felt right. You know,
You were having fun too, it seemed like. You were having fun with it.
For sure. I think, you know, it felt right. And like it didn't, like we both have our own thing going on. It's like, cool, like both these worlds came together. It's cool. Like we can share it.
And you've been quiet lately. Are you guys together still or no?
No,
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah, not by choice, but you know, I respect him.
Yeah, I'll take a chick with an ironing board back before I mess with that shit. That shit, that's ridiculous. Get your ass up, right? You make me mad just looking at your ass. That's crazy. G Money, what it do, man? What it do, big homie? Y'all hit that like button if you ain't and haven't. And if you can, support the channel, man. I'm finna say salute the channel. Support the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated.
It's all love. Like
it's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it, no.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man like pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended. Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. You know, I had to make a decision, but I think.
So she cut God out. She's like, look, every time I come from the goddamn Publix, it's a Ford Taurus outside, and a motherfucker's in the passenger seat with some damn binoculars. I'm tired of this shit. I don't know when they're gonna kick the door or nothing. I gotta go. Salute to Angela Simmons for being smart. Shit.
There's a certain level of like what I can share and would share publicly. You know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as like details, I would just never.
It's nice though.
Nah, like I'm just not that girl. Like I'm just not that girl ever to share that much more. Like other than like, yeah, we're not together.
Yeah, and he's not really that type either. So
yeah, that's my vibe though. Like I said, like I could have probably been in and out of like 4 or 5 other relationships people would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever. And I just wouldn't speak on it because some stuff is just better left unsaid, I feel like. So I just leave things alone.
It's just that it was so public.
I know.
That's the hard part. Do you regret that in a way or no?
No.
Because you know, now there's curiosity.
I know.
Now people want to know what happened.
No, you need to be asking her about Jook, Angie. How about that? How many times did you spend time with Jook? And did you know about the play? That's what we need to know. Break it down for us, Angie.
No, I know.
But I understand that.
I just again like much love and respect to him and just like he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there heartbreak involved?
You know,
the season passed, and I guess. So what is it? You want to be with the nigga at all? Now you want to be with the nigga, but you know, them boys about to put that battering ram through y'all shit. So you like, yeah, I'm finna go back home to daddy and figure this shit out.
Films were involved.
Yeah.
It is hard. I feel like for me with relationships, because I get really invested and I'm like in. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Like, which means like I'm staying with you. But yeah, my feelings, you know, it didn't feel good to not be with him.
What is that coming to an end unto you, or what have you learned about love? Or
I mean, you just never know. You know, I'm a lover. I love love, and I've been in relationships where I think, this is it, we're getting married, and then I'm not married. So
yeah, see, she would have been the one. Hey, Jazz, you gotta share some of them stories, man. Some non-incriminating stories, some good, you know what I'm saying, stories about the man. You know what I'm saying? Not none of this other shit we be talking about. But yeah, that'll be dope for you to hit the link and, you know what I'm saying, let us know what's going on. Yeah, Cypress, he had to dip out for a minute. Like my boy said, he was frying chicken and putting together a Rubik's Cube.
Here I am. And then just life can be just really unpredictable, I think, often. And it's really hard for me, I would say, to date too, because I feel like the woman that people watch, they fantasize who that is, and they don't know me. So then maybe, and I'm not speaking specifically on him, I'm saying in general, like, then you get in a relationship with me and you're like, oh, I thought you were like this. I'm like, bro, like, that was like 5 seconds of my life. Like, this is who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not that that's a bad thing, but you can have a fantasy of what a girl is, like, and then like you get them and they're a bit different.
What is the fantasy of you?
I don't know. I might need to get a guy in here and interview him, because I have had a lot of guys that said like they, you know, like, oh, I have a crush or I like you. And I'm just like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Based
like,
on what? Like what part
you sure
of
you like me?
Oh, shoot. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about right there. You sure you like me? Man, hopped in. He made a whole song about it. He hopped in your DMs and made a song about it. So, you know, but it got sticky. It got real sticky. Everybody in the Angela family was telling her to move around from Yo Gotti. She was sliding conversation that there are some things that she didn't know. I think the feds visited. That may be the case. Shoot, Jazz, if you want to, you can pop up tonight. Shoot, ain't no time, ain't no better time than the present. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna go through this and see what she talking about, because she really feel it. She giving the vibe that she don't really want to be away from this nigga, bro. Like she damn near had to be. That's telling. Big pressure, what it do?
Yeah.
Do you know? You know what I mean? But I think that's a hard part for me, is like growing up on TV from 17 to now is like, you think that's who I am, and who I really am is like this way versus that way or whatever. It's an interesting, it's interesting.
No, totally.
It's different. None of my friends deal with this type of mess. Like you are, because you get to meet someone and that's who they are, and you have no prejudgment to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like automatically, you're Run's daughter, you're auntie this, that, like it's just mad things that, you think.
What I'm saying, Pressure, is she don't sound like she wanna be broken up. You don't break up and just speak about a person like this. Oh, well, you know, it's over, you know. No, fam. That's crazy. She didn't want to break up with this dude. It's something else. There is another factor looming. That's all I'm saying, Pressure.
Automatically come with it and be like, nah.
That's not my life.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? You were talking about how people had a fantasy of you.
Yeah.
Right? There was also like a level of fantasy put on this relationship.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And it was, number one, the way he came at you, and then it actually happened, and then
it became a whole thing.
You're in the beautiful mansions with the dress.
Exactly. For sure, Jay. We'll do it tonight. I'm gonna drop the link in a few. T. Crawford. Man, something definitely forced his hand. Something forced her hand. She does not want to be away from this dude. Listen to how she talking. You know what I'm saying? Way too nonchalant.
Thing and
right.
It's almost like there's expectations of the. I just wonder from
like
the inside,
right?
Did you feel like that too, or was that not how we perceived it? Did you perceive it that way?
I think everything has like what people see versus what it is, and we had a lot of great, beautiful like memories with like being together. I feel like, you know, so what they seen was really happening in real time. You know what I mean? Or like any of the picture, like that's what was happening, and most definitely like we've had beautiful times. So,
but we only saw that. We didn't see. That's the thing about social media. Social media show you a highlight reel.
I feel like that's like anyone's relationship. Like I feel like you go to a girl's page right now and she'll have like tons of flowers up and all these purses and different stuff, and you'll be like, I want that. I've learned never to say that. I don't want nothing nobody got. But I want that. And behind the scenes, it's like they are going through it. They don't want to be together. Like you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
but you saying that wasn't the case with you. So you just rambling, so to speak. She's just rambling, fam. Because, yeah, a lot of people do post up stuff. We found out Daphne Joy, Jane Doe from the Diddy case, posted up a lot of stuff. Whole time, she playing American Gladiators every night with baby oil and goddamn Astroglide. So, yeah, it works that way. But what she's saying is that's not what it was with her. So why did y'all break up? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, social media is a devil.
It's terrible.
No, it's terrible.
It's a fake book. I don't want to read it. I want the truth.
But you participate in the book.
Yeah, but I participate in the book of just showing things that I like. I like pictures and beautiful things.
Yeah.
Before Instagram got big, I literally had probably 3, 5 followers, whatever it was. Like, I like pictures. I like art. I'm a creative.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, I just like that stuff. But I participate just in what I like to look at. That's all. But I'm saying, like, you would never know what someone's going through by social media. I just don't know. You got to be there to know for sure.
Because who knew? We didn't know.
Me either.
Oh, I hate that.
Whoa. Whoa. What my dog say? Wow. I'm watching this live. Listen to this.
We didn't know.
Me either.
So what the hell does that mean, y'all? You see this, right? What does that mean, bro? One more time. Now, you broke up with this dude. You said you broke up with him.
Social media. I just don't know. You got to be there to know for sure.
Because who knew? We didn't know.
Me either.
Oh, I hate that for you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. How do you deal with heartbreak? Because I always feel like people talk about grief and trauma and loss, but like heartbreak is some real shit.
It's hard.
Like, it can make people go to jail, just be depressed. Like, it could ruin people's lives. Like
100%.
I just feel like it's an undervalued conversation of like how to come out on the other side of that.
Yeah.
But some people, they break up and they're fine and they're on to the next. Some people are.
I feel like they're not, though.
Is they?
They're not dealing with their feelings.
I don't know. Really?
That's rough. I don't know.
So Big Pressure want to say that she gave him an ultimatum and he went the other way. I mean, I can see that too. But the way she reacting right here, yeah. I don't know, Pressure. I don't know. Because it looked like she got real genuine feelings for him. And maybe she feel like if she go away, then, you know, he might realize what he been missing and come back after her. Or it could be another situation like we've been saying. It's a coin flip, but I'm going to put my money on the other situation. Yeah.
There's some people that break up, or they'll be married for 10 years and then they're dating somebody else 6 months later.
Oh yeah, and let's just do this right here. Tasha K did a live tonight, basically, but it's behind a paywall, so I can't tell you what she said. But she said that she got a list of folk that got it and been with while he was with Angela, and that's crazy too.
That's not you.
No, they're locked in. I mean, like, I think for me, heartbreak is leaning into my friends, leaning into what I like to do more. You know, when you're in a relationship, you put everything into like the person and y'all or whatever you got going on. And then like, I don't know, there's so many different ways to deal with heartbreak.
Are you on the other side of that or are you still in it?
I'm always healing. That's just like my motto. Like, I just trying to get through everything. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
But I'm good.
Yeah, you seem good.
Yeah, I'm definitely good.
You don't seem like you're like curled up with a pint of ice cream.
Yeah. No, I don't. No, I want to eat healthy.
Eating healthy.
Let me get some watermelon.
Would you do a public relationship again? You don't know.
Never say never. Maybe not.
I think it's the after effects of November 17, 2021. Key. Just be a whole stack with you.
No, you're really okay. The fact that you're not bruised to the point where it's stolen your like heart and your You know what I mean? Like,
I think it has to do with work, self-work, and the amount of time I put into myself. But if anything bothers me in life, especially a relationship, like I'm like, all right, let me go self-reflect and figure out what's going on and like figure out how to fix it. You know, I think everyone has been through getting their feelings hurt or like hurting. So it's just like, what do you do with it? If you sit in it, it doesn't help. So
what do you tell somebody who's sitting in it right now?
Go get some help, like, or go get your friends, go pull yourself together, like do something for yourself. You know what I mean? I think relationships, we do so much for other person. So when you come out of it, you can't breathe almost. You're like, I'm a, like,
oh, I felt that we did that at the same time.
Yeah, because it's literally that's how.
Damn. Damn. But this shit crazy. This shit crazy. She really missing that big head mom. She really missing it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You ought to be shaming yourself.
I feels it's like, and then the pull apart is like, you can't breathe. You like, I don't know this life without this person. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know, so I just
focus on you.
That's all you really can do.
Yeah.
You know,
that's good advice.
And do what you want to do. I think in life, like whatever the heck that looks like, you know, I give myself that grace to say any day, if I choose to be with whoever or go back to whoever or do whatever, like it's my choice. That's why I always tell people, if you're happy, you like it, I love it. You know what I mean? Like I just, as long as it ain't hurting you, we good.
Salute to Angela. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. That's crazy, man. It's something there. It's definitely something there. Yeah, that's wild. Tasha K talking about his nurse boo that's always been around. Oh, okay. She's speaking too well. Almost PR spins. It comes across like that. But I'm telling you, she's saying a lot without saying a lot. That's a fact. She's saying a lot without saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she was forced out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, if they finna go down through that, they're not gonna get her no ring. They'd rather put that money with the family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dirk for it. You know what I'm saying? Taking the other route and wifing up his old lady and, you know what I'm saying? It's staying with her. Sucking up all Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Got her, took her down through there and dropped her off at the Trailways. not the damn Greyhound. Took her at the Trailways. That's some dirty work, fam. That's some dirty work, man. Lord have mercy. Salute to Angela. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. Gotta go get exactly what he supposed to get. Ah, damn, that's crazy. ZK, you hell for that one. For real. Yes, indeed. She telling you what it is without saying exactly. My boy Pimp Tight said, no, that was Lucky Me. Lucky Me said he had a girl that was treating him off of Jukes money. So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Life. Speaking of life, Diddy was in court today, and really, we're not gonna go over no recap or nothing because, to be honest with y'all, this trial is taking the shape of the YSL trial. It's a lot of breaks. There's a lot of sidebars. It's a lot of procrastinating and days off. You feel me? So today they had one dude on the stand. And that's the mule, the alleged mule. And basically, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the mule, he was a witness for the state, but he did not cooperate. You know, he didn't give him nothing, just, you know what I'm saying, groundbreaking. And he was more cooperative with the defense, which was weird. You know, he admitted to, you know, saying, being hired by Diddy and doing his thing and basically cleaning up after the freak offs, cleaning up all the baby oil and the fluids and, you know what I'm saying? And he said that he used to go get the Tootsie, which I'm coming to find out that Tootsie was like we all knew that it was a designer narcotic. It was different ones put together, but I think it was him. What is it? Y'all know the one that they keep talking about throughout this trial, mixed with pink food coloring and yayo and a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what Diddy was a fool. He had the honey packs. He had Cialis and ain't had no prescription. It's just going crazy. And for a long time. Now, this is the only time the dude got, you know what I'm saying, hostile towards the defense. Except for the longest time, he was paying for the free calls. Yeah, the Tootsie, man. Not the Tootsie. No, that's the deodorant that you stick your finger in and rub it up on your arm. If you came up in the trenches, all y'all know about that Tootsie with the white bottle with the red top. Yeah, you get your little dab of that and rub it up under your arm to keep going. Yeah, that's that Tootsie. This is that Tootsie. You feel me? Yeah, whole different set of circumstances behind that Tootsie. You know what I'm saying? He said when he was with Diddy, they up 3 days in a row, going at it. Wild King nights. You know what I'm saying? You see Diddy with that Gucci bag. Diddy got nothing but party favors in that Gucci bag. You know what I'm saying? I said he worked with Diddy from 2022 until we all seen him at the hangar in Opelika, Florida. Opelika. I had to get it right because we got an Opelika in Alabama, but down there is Opelika, Florida. Yeah. So that was basically the only witness that took the stand today, and he didn't stay up there. I don't think he stayed up there 30 minutes with the direct autocross. Yeah, so they got him out, and that was it. I think the defense is gonna take the stage and put their 2 cents in next week, and that's probably gonna last about 2 or 3 days. Then they're gonna be deliberating. I'm telling you, you might get you a decision on this situation before, you know what I'm saying, you get your new J's and your fresh fit and get your barbecue rib sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And we might get a decision on this before the 4th, y'all. So we just gotta stay tuned, keep looking at it, and see what's gonna present itself. I don't think he's gonna get life, but he's gonna get a heaping help in a year, man. You know what I'm saying? 30. I'm looking at 30. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stay tuned. Watch it close, man. Yes, sir, bro. Tide. You better believe that. Yeah, man. They was on the best of everything. Bro, the best of everything. How you get the baby oil all on the hotel curtains? And these ain't no little bitty hotel rooms, y'all. These is hotel rooms with 20-foot ceilings, long draperies. They getting baby oil everywhere, man. The boy had a humidifier for all of my cigar smokers. This boy had like 20 bottles of miniature baby oil and maybe 15 bottles of Astroglide in a humidifier. That was his travel kit. And it's funny because, you know, they say that these things only took place at hotels. Wild King nights, the freak offs, you know what I'm saying? The all-star freak offs when they bring these big buff niggas from all over the country to run through one little light-skinned tenderoni. You know what I'm saying? But when they ran up into his humble abode on One Star Island, you seen thousands of bottles of baby oil, gallons upon gallons upon gallons. So if y'all ain't freaking off at the house, why is all this baby oil at the house, man? That's just a crazy question that just floated. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Some things that go over your head, but this boy had an awesome array of baby oil in his home. Why is it in your home if you're not freaking off there? I guess you got to house it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That man is not gonna get a. You know what? I can't say that because there's so much weird shit going on. He just made. I'm pretty sure mama was falling. Yes, Jonathan Perez, one of the assistants, said he fell multiple times cleaning up bodily fluids and baby oil off of hotel floors. And then, upon them leaving, they would tip Consuela. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using Consuela as for reference. They're going to drop Consuela by 500 on a tip. You might not want to go in there for 35 to 45 minutes because it's awful in there. We did the best we could. You know what I'm saying? Burn them sheets. Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. That boy Diddy is a bad boy. He named that record label. He's a bad boy, man. Who stockpiled baby oil, man? That's what I'm saying. Depending on how the charges are stacked that he's convicted of, he can still get life. That's true. I was like, I wonder, did he wear hazmat suits? I don't think he did. I don't think he had. The only suit he had on was his birthday suit and a pair of sunglasses. Full of that gas station dick hard. Lord have mercy. Yeah, man. Salute to Diddy, man. Salute to Diddy. Oh, boy. He kept it away from the children at his home. I can't tell. I can't tell. Lord have mercy. He had a whole wing in his house with nothing but baby oil and high heel shoes. Why do you have high heel shoes, Diddy? What are we talking about, man? Just a modern day freak show. What is you doing in them high heels, Diddy? 5-inch heels. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, crazy work. Now, man, we got to get down to it. Hernandez Govan. A lot of people say Hernandez Govan is going to plead out. Well, if you plead out, there's no retrial. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yes, red bottoms. I'm still disappointed in the government in this case. I was expecting much more. I don't know what else you was expecting. They brought in ex-workers. They brought in Carzy. They brought in. See, what you thought you were gonna see was Ray J and Beyonce and Trey Songz and a bunch of other celebrities. It wasn't. That's where the line was cut. There wasn't no celebrities in these freak offs. It was Diddy, his girl of choice at that time, which it looks like it was Carzy and Jane Doe. That was it. You just never know how weird them are. Yeah, I swear to God, man. Who would have thought, man? And then you wanna look at Diddy with a side eye, but Jane Doe said she went to a freak off with somebody that ain't Diddy wasn't nowhere around. They pulled up to a freak off, and one of the dudes that was, you know what I'm saying, participating in their version of the freak offs was engaging with another girl. And this was another rapper's party. So she just standing there, her and Kanye West and some more rappers just watching these folk go to Pound Town. Go to Pound Town, man. I mean, what is the thrill in you watching two other people pleasure themselves? What's the thrill in that, fam? And how focused do you gotta be to not focus on the people that's watching you? What the hell, man? I can find other shit to do with my time and money. My God. They make us think yes, they did. Yes, they did. He was bringing in hard legs from coast to coast. From coast to coast, he was bringing in them hard legs. That's all he was, man. That's all it was. Some of the questions he was asking these folks, man, when they was in the act. You sure you climax? I'm saying climax, stay within guidelines. You sure you did that? You make sure that your man hard. Make sure he hard now. Like you walk around directing the show. Real freak of the industry, man. Real freak of the industry. Everybody sit back and they bitch about having to pay their mortgage on the date they got to pay their mortgage and their car note and having to work overtime to make ends meet. Boy, listen, sign me up for that life any day over having to do some of the shit that these folk do just to get their rocks off. Yeah, I'd rather be regular, man. Let me just go get mine every day and be a civilian. I don't need none of this other shit, bro. Because this shit is a slippery slope. And they knew they was doing wrong. They knew they was doing wrong. This wasn't just people just enjoying themselves and involved in a certain lifestyle. They knew they were doing wrong, man. That's why his ass is going to get jammed. I'm sorry. And they steady picking with the folks on the jury box. They steady picking with them folks, man. You know what I'm saying? They got one off. They're going for another one. You know, now the defense is trying to get one off. I mean, why are y'all trying to exchange jurors? The damn trial damn near over. It's crazy, man. Yes. And that's what the Punisher, the Punisher said he couldn't perform under them circumstances, man. And he wrote a book about it called In Search of Frozen Meat. Like, bro, don't sit up here and tell me what to do. Let me just do it. That ain't enough for Diddy. Diddy like, slather down in the baby oil and let me see your backside in the pale moonlight. What the hell? What the hell wrong with these folk, man? This is real life freakazoids, man. Didn't know these type exist, but they out there. I thought that shit, after the Epsteins, you could cut the deck, but evidently there's a remnant. OG Snake Spotter, what it do, man? Salute to you, man. Yeah, evidently there's a remnant, man. Yeah. So yeah, Diddy got to do what he got to do. And you got to tell it. You got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. Lord have mercy. But yeah, man, y'all hit that like button if y'all ain't hit the like button, man. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And support the channel. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Punisher and Flash. Ain't that some shit? Everybody done got Marvel, DC, all of the heroes and supervillains running through Carzy and what's her name? Jane Doe. What's good with it, Glenn? Yeah, man. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody want to come up here. We were talking about Quette, man. Orange Mound Quette. You know what I'm saying? A lot of speculation behind Orange Mound Quette. You know what I'm saying? Folks is really thinking that he gonna plead out, but he can't plead out because you can't appeal nothing. You go in there and get your sentence and it's over with. He taking it to trial. He got to. And we were talking about it the other night, talking about the star witness. Who's going to be the star witness if it's not Cornelius Smith? And they got this thing backed up so close to where they got, it's looking like Quette might do a week. He'll go in for a week and they'll have his trial. And right behind him on the back end is Cornbread. And Cornbread trial ain't going to be much of nothing. They probably just going to bring him in and sentence him. But he ain't trying to fight this. He just need his time. Time cut or time. And they're saying that, they're not sure if Cornelius Smith is going to be a part of Quette trial. But if he ain't, who's going to be your star witness? The only thing or the only person that I can see being a star witness is Justin Johnson. And I know you saying this man got life plus 35 and he didn't talk. Ain't no way in the hell he coming back to do nothing. But I'm telling y'all, Quette talk first. And it put the pressure on everybody else. And I believe that Justin Johnson hates Quette just enough to go and sit on that stand and make a few comments. Yeah. He said Devin Burns. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Devin Burns, you know, he just been, you know, in the shadows. He just been in the shadows. And he was a person of interest. It's mighty funny how the persons of interest always come up unalive or missing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Curly Head. Yeah. Come on, hop up here, boy. Come on, hop up here. I don't know where you in at anyway. I go to link, man. What the boy name? Shondell Barnett. Shondell Barnett came back to the M, signed himself out. Jazz, what it do?
Hey, how's my audio?
Your audio is perfect.
What's going on?
Man, I can't call it, man. This whole situation. What you think about this situation with Quette, man?
I'm really not up to date. I'm trying to see if he going to court now because I kind of want to go to the court date because I don't know too much about it.
It's going to be on the 28th of July.
The 28th of July. Okay, so last I heard was he was trying to get a private investigator?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and what's that for?
That's what we trying to figure out.
Hmm.
That's what we trying to figure out. And listen, Straight Drop had a private investigator too. If you remember the trial, there were two people sitting alongside of Straight Drop. That was Justin Johnson, that was Luther Evans, his lawyer, and a white woman. That white woman was his private investigator. She ain't find shit. She didn't find nothing. It's like, you know, so what is he looking for? What is he looking for? And why does he need a private investigator to find it? So there's a lot of questions. But one thing we do know, I believe wholeheartedly, is that he is not taking a plea. He gonna walk this thing right through the courtroom to Judge Mitchell.
Hey, you know what? I'm thinking him having a private investigator this late in the game probably ain't a good thing.
All right. Listen, what Big Pressure said. He told him something he can't prove, and NPD not gonna help. That could be a factor too. You know what I'm saying.
And I also think with Juke being gone, I just don't think it's no hope for him. I'm just here for it. I really want to. I'm surprised the news isn't pushing it or whatever. Because I come to your channel to see what's going on. To be honest,
man, that's what's up. They really not, and you have to dig for a lot of this stuff. You know, the last hearing he went to, they didn't say nothing about it, y'all. Nothing.
Number one, because the feds is knee deep in this shit. That's why they ain't saying too much.
And so I'm listening to Stan G last night, not on his channel, but on Town Channel, and he basically said that, yeah, it wasn't just Straight Dropping Cornbread that got tricked. He said Quette got tricked too. So everything he know, he got to tell it. Everything he know, he got to tell it, man.
Well, we basically see now that he got tricked now because a private investigator this late in the game, fam, that ain't good. That ain't good, fam.
No, it's grasping for straws. It's grasping for straws at this point. ZK said Jip told too.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm gonna be right back. Let me get the call.
All right. Well, let's segue into this, Jazz. Now you said you spent a lot of time with Jug. How was he as a person, man?
Um, okay, let me say this to start off with. Rest in peace to both of them. That's just how I feel. I know a lot of people biased when it comes to this situation, and a lot of people pick their sides. I'm gonna say rest in peace to everybody that lost their life, but Juke and my uncle they was best friends, and they shared a smoke shop together or whatnot or whatever. But he wasn't a bad person to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I say if you live by the gun, you die by the gun, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, but yeah, he was a stand up dude to me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Now what? So you and your uncle and Jug, they shared a smoke shop together.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the still smoking smoke shop?
Yeah.
Okay. They still in business?
Nah.
How does your uncle feel about everything that happened with you?
He was hurt because he was there at the
He was at
funeral.
the
He was at the he was at the repast and stuff when everything had happened or whatever. He was hurt.
damn.
Yeah, he was hurt.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
But I was like, why they didn't like? Who did they arrest for it? Now I did call my uncle. Those the puppies. We just had
Are you
puppies that got
good?
here. Yeah. I did call and ask my uncle the other day or whatever. Like, what happened? Like, why they didn't catch nobody or whatever? Like, you know, like how they do any other murderer. That's what I don't know.
What was his thoughts on it? He didn't know.
He kind of brushed it off and he was like he wanted to know what was going on with Quette because he said he didn't know what was going on with his trial neither.
Mm-hmm.
But when I asked my mom, she was just like something about street justice. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Or whatever. Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna give you my opinion, and my opinion is not a popular one, and a lot of people don't like my opinion, but I stand on it. I feel like that Juke was backdoored by his own people, and I say that because Juke made some moves that put them in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? And for a person to come up and pull it off the way they pulled it off, squeaky clean getaway, it leaves one to ask the question: how the hell did they do that when Straight Drop did the same thing with Cornelius, and they got cameras on them every corner they turn? You know what I'm saying? Just crazy.
And it was no surveillance or nothing. Or
Nothing.
whatever. So I feel where you coming from. I don't agree.
Mm-hmm. We ain't tripping out them dogs, Jazz. It's all good.
Right, she just had puppies.
Uh,
Yeah, I can kind of see. Shut up. I can kind of see where you coming from, or
yeah.
whatever with that.
Yeah. And then you go and you bring out damn near the National Guard, and you got police on every corner. You know, ain't nobody coming back for y'all. They got who they wanted, and it just looked like it. It looked like a big display was put on to make a statement like, we scared. Y'all ain't scared. Y'all ain't scared at all.
So you
You know
really
what I'm
think
saying?
God had something to do with it?
Man, listen. It's the
I can
only
kind of.
thing that makes sense to
I
me.
agree with you with that one. I will agree with you with that one because I just don't really rock with Gotti like that. Now I'm gonna say that. I just feel like he I don't know. I don't know.
Especially when you bringing down the empire. This is an empire that they done built up over the course of the last 25 years. You know what I'm saying? Through blood, sweat, and tears. And you make a move like that because you don't like the way a nigga talk. Shout out to Snowfall. And yeah, you put everybody in harm's way. So I feel like that a decision was made. You know, Gotti said that he had to get out of there after the funeral because there's bad weather coming. So of course he wasn't at the repast. He wasn't at his, you know what I'm saying? And then afterwards, you got police everywhere. You know, people, you know, you going above and beyond. You got people doing background checks just for the coming to the funeral.
Yep.
All this old crazy stuff, man. So it's the only thing that make logical sense to me. And listen, I'm not from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I got family in Memphis, but I'm not from Memphis. And I know how it sounds from somebody not coming from Memphis speaking on this. But man, you gotta make it make sense to me. I know them boys on the paper outside got money and they can put a play together. Damn, Juke them had money too. And you see how they played. You see how what ended up on their play? It was sloppy as hell. It looked like the people that did this knew what they was doing. They were cold and they were calculated, and they may have had a leg up. I'm just saying.
I can see where you coming from with them. I can most definitely see where you coming from with them.
Absolutely. So, I mean,
so you think that's why Angela ain't with him no more?
I believe that the situation has gotten so hot that maybe a decision was made for them to part ways. So she don't get no smut on her face, and he can fight this thing and, you know what I'm saying, possibly beat it if they come his way. We all are of the assumption that feds are going to come eventually. You know what I'm saying? So
you think they gonna come?
Man, listen. When they had that trial, they said they noted that CMG paid for lawyers. CMG wanted the shortstop Dolph at every turn because he didn't sign with them. They noted that Juke was number 2 on CMG. No, they could have just said him by name. But they made it clear to say that Juke was number 2 on CMG, meaning that, you know, number 1 probably gonna have to come see about us too.
Well, you know, yeah. To each his own.
You feel me though?
I feel
and we were thinking about this too. So shout out to Divine Black Rose. Maybe the thing at Privé could have been a catalyst to it. There's a lot that happened at Privé. You know, and Juke did a lot of talking on video at Privé about the people that were involved in that incident. You remember the incident, right?
They got the shooting outside. It started with a fight on the club on the inside, and then they took it outside.
And they took it outside, and I believe
remember him talking on the audio on the surveillance.
Yeah, you got double up got knocked down. You know. But listen, shout out to the mob. But I don't think they got nobody that'll put a play together like this and get away squeaky clean. And I believe if Gotti felt like the mob had something to do with it, that, you know what I'm saying, it'll be a bloodbath. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Why is somebody able to come touch your brother and you do nothing about it?
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But how do we know he ain't do nothing about it?
That's true. It ain't like he gonna publicize it, but
you a fool if you do.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I just know it's a lot going on and Quette with his police says. So I want to know what's going on with him though for sure.
Man, Quette finna say everything and then some. you can best believe that Quette is gonna say he gonna tell on stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm fully expecting Quette to tell.
So you don't think he got it ain't no paperwork out or nothing on him, ain't it? Is it?
What you mean?
Like like the motion of discovery or whatever, no?
Ain't nothing floating around. The only discovery that was floating around was that paperwork where they showed I guess you can call it a paper route menu, where they was charging $100 for dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's the only paperwork that we've seen.
And when the next court date?
July 28th. Yeah. So it's
figure out what court. I think I can figure out what courtroom it is or whatever. I'm gonna try to go down there. You think they'll let us in the courtroom?
I think they will. I hope they let my dog True Results in the courtroom too. It would be awesome to have him.
Do you think he credible?
True. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's credible. I think he makes a lot of editorial videos to keep people brain churning. But yeah, I think True credible.
I want to say he went to the last court date or whatever, but he was like standing in a corner or something like that or whatever. Like he didn't want to get up and close. Like,
right. You talking? Hold on. You talking about this right here? Let's see where we at. You talking about this right here?
Get jammed up. Don't mention my name. Give me Lord. No, I ain't living right. Gotta feed the blood. Nigga starving. Nigga appetite.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Shout out to True, man. It's very few men that'll go stand and look at that boy Quette in the face, man.
And do you think you think Stan G credible?
To a certain extent, you have to weed through some of the shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's for his safety. Because Stan G, I feel like he got an inside connection somewhere. And it's a lot of old man going on, but you got to read through that. You got to sift through it and really get to, you know what I'm saying, the real meat and potatoes, as Stan G would say. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, a lot of stuff that he's saying is not too far-fetched. Now, he going to brag on himself for about 10 minutes, and you know what I'm saying, salute to him. But you gotta weed through it. He gonna have what you need. I think he plugged in. Yeah, I think he plugged in. Go man walking around like he ain't did ish. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And one gotta ask themselves, why is the state letting him walk around like that, man? That man, he got jammed up in 22 and he went in there no time. You know what I'm saying? He filed indigent, meaning that he, you know what I'm saying, couldn't afford lawyers or he was bankrupt, you know what I'm saying? And then he comes back with Handle Durham Jr., which is a well-liked lawyer in the city. And then he comes back with Lil Durk lawyer, Manny Aurora, who I feel like he think is a home run hire. But, you know, when we look at it from hindsight, Manny Aurora ain't do shit for Durk.
Right.
The feds told Atlanta not to touch Durk. See what I'm saying? We got this. That's why they dropped the charges. It wasn't nothing that Manny Aurora did. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he can do for Quette. Cause he ain't do shit for Durk now. So yeah, man. OTM 901 said, I don't think Gotti going to jail, but that CMG civil suit gonna hit him hard. Absolutely.
Okay, I can see that. Okay.
But and this is what if it's gonna be a civil suit, what we waiting on? I'm gonna tell you something. You got a proud woman and Mia J, and them people they are well off now. Do they want full justice? I believe they want full justice. And I don't think a civil suit would be enough for them. They good on money. They don't need your money. We want justice. And this is what it looked like, y'all. This is what it looked like when somebody, you know what I'm saying, ain't clout chasing or ain't chasing a bag. They taking you to criminal court. They don't give a damn about no civil judgment. They want justice. And hopefully they can get it, man. Hopefully they can get it. Yeah. But that's what I think.
They need
That's
to
what
have Quette ass. Like,
yeah, they do. They do. Quette, he one of them ones. He a sneaky little rat, you know. I think he working for the feds, but facing a state case. But the feds can't clear him. Since when the feds can't clear nobody though? Big pressure. You know what I'm saying? The feds impose no touch clauses where niggas be walking around here getting away with all type of shit from their city. You know, you might be riding through the city with a Draco on your lap smoking a blunt, but you get pulled over by MPD, they run your paperwork and they let you go. Why? Because the feds is finna clamp down on you like a boa constrictor. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's usually how it works. Nigga be scratching their head like, damn, I know they seen that Drake on my lap. And then tell you get home safe. Next thing you know, down FBI kicking in your door. You know what I'm saying? That's how they play it. Yeah, he needs the feds to come before next month trial. He needs something. He needs something. The feds, exactly, every time. Every time, fam. So if you on the feds radar and they run that paperwork, they run your name and that shit pop up in the system, 9 times out of 10, they gonna let you go. Or they might just take you downtown and let you sign yourself out, man. They've done it a lot. Released on ROR bonds, right? Released on your own recognizance. OTM 901, I appreciate the super sticking, bro. I appreciate the support of the channel, man. Real talk. Salute to you, man. So the feds don't have what they're looking for, but the state do. Well, that's when you pass that information on to the feds. That's how that work, right, Pressure? We've seen it. We've seen it way too many times. We've seen it way too many times now. I'm just saying. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But like Stan G said yesterday, you about to see a gangster crack. He don't want to live the rest of his days in state penitentiary, bro. Yeah, he don't want to live the rest of his days in state. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna do whatever he can. He gonna do whatever he can, bro. I like how your platform set up graphics and all, quality mics and all. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. We doing whatever we can to bring top-notch experience to y'all that's locked in with us, man. So salute to you, OTM. Real talk. Yeah, this man, when we say he is a squirmy little rat, that's exactly what he is. A rat will eat their own hand off to get off the trap, right? That's what Quette is, man. Quette finna do whatever to whoever, whenever, and however to at least get a time cut. Cornelius done did his due diligence. He good. But who's to say that Justin Johnson don't pull up with them shackles on and send Quette ass straight up the road? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of talking. That's one thing we damn near can guarantee. There's going to be a lot of talking in this trial right here. You know, we went the whole trial without straight drop saying nothing but, I understand. You understand if you don't testify or you don't, then we can't judge you based on you not testifying. I understand. Yeah. He did himself a disservice. Life plus 35 is hell. You know what I'm saying? But I guess Straight Drop built for it. He say he the biggest, so we're gonna see Straight Drop. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back in the next 5 years talking about you want to give all exclusive, all access interview to Jeremy Pierre. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear it then, bro. It's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late. Yeah. Yeah. So even if you do give an all access interview, niggas is not cutting your time. Because yeah, you did that. And matter of fact, you didn't do it. Cornbread did. But you took the credit for it. Y'all think about this, man. Them niggas pull up on Airways, hop out on Dolph and his brother. They get busy. Cornbread hops out first, does 90% of the damage. Straight Drop hops out probably 30 seconds after Cornbread. And get his little pow in. But he doing videos with a bad pro hat on. You know what I'm saying? Trolling, I'm gonna turn myself in on this date. You know what I'm saying? You deserve what you got, bro. You deserve what you got because you was clout chasing. And like Ballarai said, you didn't do shit. You didn't do shit. Hell, Marcus Thornton did more than you did, bro. So yeah, real life clout chasing got your at life plus 35. You know what I'm saying? And Cornbread ain't gonna get half of that. Cornbread probably get a good 30 to 40. But at least he'll have a day. Nigga, you ain't got one. You ain't got one. So salute to you. Dolph was gone when, yeah. He sure was. He sure was. You know what I'm saying? When Cornbread readjusted himself, because he couldn't handle that Drake worth shit. When he readjusted himself, Dolph was already out there. When they pulled up, he got active, spent Dolph. That was it. That was it. You know what I'm saying? One can only hope and pray that Dolph didn't feel all of that shit, man. And it's a blessing from God that, you know what I'm saying, Marcus didn't get hit. That's even more crazy. Because this man did not have no control over that machine he was operating with. He shouldn't, and now we know how bullets ended up all in the damn ceiling. You know what I'm saying? All on the top of the damn Makita sign. This man didn't know what the hell to do with that damn piece. He did not know what to do with it. There was a fool to even do it. Damn sure was. Damn sure was. Let me ask y'all this question while we got 77 y'all in. Who believe, and this is just for comparison, who believes that they pulled out off of Barron and came up to that intersection and just saw Dolph? You know, the story is they were going to West Memphis. No, we're going Westwood to go see by Jay Fizzle. And they just so happened to run into Dolph. How many of y'all believe that? Do y'all think that was the case, or was something more sinister? They had to drop on Dolph and they had been, you know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. So they pulled up on Lamar by the McDonald's and the CVS, and bam, there you go right there. There you go right there. Shit. Follow them down Airways. Let him pull into the establishment. Double back off Joy Lane. Pulled up and got busy. Yeah. Drop has until Cornbread sentencing is done before his family headed back to the absolutely. When all them boys put up, better believe it. Yeah. It's over with. Speaking of Dolph, he don't Kenny Money. I know, bro. I know. We were just running content. I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get off track. But yeah, I'm going to jam it tonight. I'm definitely gonna jam it tonight. If y'all haven't, y'all go run that Kenny Money up, man. It was a setup. A lot of people say it was a setup. I believe it too. You know, when you see how random that shit could occur, you know what I'm saying? They said they pulled out on Lamar by the McDonald's. Bam, they go off right there at the light. Like shit, jackpot. I know they like, hell yeah, we finna be rich, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? They already gave Drop a little front end just to get him plugged in. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know, that goddamn Stepped On music video was part of his payment. Yeah. Part of his payment. I believe everything Kanice said, but didn't get a deal for his testimony. Yeah. He gonna get some type of a time cut. It won't be life. I think they already had the drop. A lot of people think that. A lot of people think that, man. Pimp Ty said it's hard to say because why would Cornbread leave that info out? Absolutely. The man spilled his guts, man. Spilled his guts, man. So, who set that up? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? As we all know, you know, Straight Drop took his daughter to her mama's spot up in the Crosstown Concourse. Hopped in the whip, came over, picked up Cornelius, and bam, there he is. Whew, man, if that is the way it truly unfolded, man, damn, that's crazy. Not from saying Makita, he didn't make the call. Not far from saying Makita didn't make the call. Yeah, oh, okay, so you feel like they, just so y'all know, I don't feel like they had nothing to do with it, fam. I just don't, man. Because if they did, they got footage on everybody else, man. They even called in Jook. You know, they even called in Jook. Jook had the finances to get up out of there. He answered some questions. I probably was in there about a couple hours, and then he left. And then popped up on the beach in Miami. Y'all remember it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was dodging that premeditated. Shit, I'm gonna tell you something, Antonio. If they ran into him on Lamar and they got behind him and followed him, that's premeditated right there. Think about it. Think about it. Now, if they pulled up on him on Lamar and started dumping at that intersection, yeah, you might could say that. But nah, they followed him, bro. They stalked him. They paid drop through TZ record label. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, who did that? You know, we did a live stream and basically talked about it. You know what I'm saying? And my partner, Cypress TV, he's of the opinion, well, you know, Big Homie G was in the video, so, you know, they probably, man, listen, features don't pay for videos, bro. Featured artists don't pay for videos. Just to know. It's right here. Yeah. That's hit money. All that's hit money, man. This nigga wasn't coming like that. Now he was well dressed on some of them old videos that they did when he was locked in with Quette. He was. But never as laced up as he is right here.
Whoa. It's Big G, nigga. Drop the beats. Yeah, I already know we coming out to talk this shit, you know what I'm saying? Straight off, talk, let go. Be stiff on niggas, bitches, still they trying to rape the kids. I just missed my Delta flight cause I was high, one smoking me. Niggas ain't never bucking me.
So I'm saying, Look. You got the smokes. You got the big boy sprinters. You know what I'm saying? You got the stacks of cash. Come on, man. It was premeditated when they jumped in the car with them gun. Facts. Absolutely facts. Yeah. And then you put the chain, you put the piece on the chain on your belt loop. Y'all hadn't even slid yet, but you sending a signal. This is why you got light plus 35. Yeah. This is why you got light plus 35. If this ain't premeditated, I don't know. Premeditated. Yeah. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. All your good years, you finna stand behind them bars. And you better hope they don't leave stanky, man. Real talk.
Shit. When you don't mess up on no missions, I'll be on some blanket shit. Louis bag, stole with cash, I can fill a bank with it. Slide like this shit get smoky, quick to put you in the twit.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, somebody had to pay for this. Somebody had to pay for this. So I guess they were gonna push Teasy as the next CEO. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, that don't stand for CEO of Truly Mafia. That's CEO of the label. You know, in conjunction with CMG management. Oh, these niggas crazy, bro. These niggas crazy, but that plan failed miserably. Miserably. Rest in peace to Joshua Taylor, man. Yeah. I think your own OG did it to you. Yeah. I think Quette did it to you, Teasy. I wish he could tell us. Yeah. I think your own OG, Teasy, looked up to Quette like a big dog. OG from the mound. How did he repay him? Sent him on a dummy mission and got him whacked not 2 weeks after he got out for being indigent. But this shit a cold game, man. This shit is a cold game, fam. Trying to tell you. Long live Dolph, man. For real. Dropping Quette thought they had it all figured out. Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? It's all a good plan until you get hit in the face. Yeah. Until you get hit in the face. All that flogging. So to stage your ass on the porch, man. But yeah, July 28th is the day of reckoning. That's the day of reckoning. Hopefully, we can get some type of justice. Quette, your day's number, bro. Your day's a number. Shout out to Lil B.E.O. But your day's a number, bro. And we here for it. Whether we gotta read it through text messages or look at it on a feed through Fox 13 or WREG, we here for it. The shit that y'all did was unthinkable, man. That man ain't do y'all nothing. And for y'all to be dumb enough to go on a dummy mission like you did, you deserve every second they give you, bro. That's real talk, man. It's your boy, the Alabama Hitter, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us for the last 2.5 hours, man. Hope that everything was entertaining for y'all. Try to give y'all good content, non-biased. But hey, I got to give my opinion as well. Remember when they said Quette left him in ATL, he was already locked in and didn't need his connections as a manager? Yes, that was the CMG management, fam. Yeah, I'm rocking with these niggas. Yeah, they backdoored you for your artists and didn't even want the nigga. They just wanted to crash him out, in which they did. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what it is. And if the nigga was cold enough to talk through the vent and ask Cornbread to just say that him and Quette did it and leave me out, I think he cold enough to pull back up in them shackles and sit on that stand. That's just my opinion now. That's just my opinion. But through the grapevine, they're saying it's going to be a star witness. And it ain't going to be Cornelius. So I guess we just got to sit back and see. 2 weeks after Quette got out, teaser was out. Absolutely. I got a video on it. I got a couple of videos on it. Go back through the library, Pimp Tight. I used to do some good work back in them days, man. I wasn't even monetized, man. Dropping some cold ass shit. Yeah. Yeah. I thought Desto was dropped. Boyfriend. I can't confirm that. I can't confirm that at all. But I did hear through the grapevine that Desto helped him out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get out the way. You know what I'm saying? So he getting his time cut off every testimony. Well, I mean, that could be true too. That could be true too, because I mean, the damn and she was drop stayed on the street behind Quette. So everybody, it was a family affair, man. It's very interesting. I might go pull them videos up myself, Pimp Tight. You feel me? Just to look at some of the old content. But yeah, it stayed on the other street, bro. Right? I'm talking about their backyards damn near butted up against each other. So it was a family affair, man. You're gonna pull these niggas up out the hood and send them on a crash dummy mission, man. Yeah. And don't look like they're gonna stop till they get justice. And yeah, I don't give a damn who feel any type of way about it. I'm waiting on the feds to knock on Big Head though. And when he do, we gonna be here for it. We gonna be here for it. God damn it, if it happened before I go to work and it break news, we gonna have to call in. Shit, we on this bitch all day. You feel me? Yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the chat that been rocking with me. Man, listen. You know I gotta show love to Pimp Tight for the $5 super chat. My dog Herb for the $5 super sticker. And OTM 901 for the $9.99 super sticker, man. I keep telling y'all, without us, without y'all, there's no us. You know what I'm saying? They don't bless us with these live streams. They bless us with the videos. You know what I'm saying? We get a lot of eyes on these live streams. They ain't paying nothing. They'll pay for them videos though. But we love to pop out and chop it up with y'all and have real dialogue, man. So anytime you get the chance, man, support your favorite YouTuber. I ain't saying it ain't gotta be me, but whoever you watch and you feel their content, support them, man. Support them. Real talk. Hey, salute to everybody in the building, man. We popping out tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Alabama Hitter. And man, listen. Until the next time we decide to spin, I'm in the win. Salute to the hitters, man. We gone. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.